suspenseful. Alright, so that was season 2 of House of the Dragon. I think this season was a lot slower than the last one. I believe that is kind of the rage on the internet as well, that this was very, I guess, slow, and perhaps a lot of the episodes, or at least scenes in the episodes, were meaningless. And I don't agree entirely, but yeah, definitely a slower season. I think it was probably that in season 1 we had this time shift from the characters growing up and then when they were adults. And I guess that felt like season 1 had some more intriguing stories and storylines and character developments. I felt like this season was a lot flatter. So there was a lot of things going on. There was a lot of dialogue, and there was a lot of like building up and scheming and planning and trying to, I guess, just devise the best way possible to actually get the throne. And the blacks and greens were just doing the same. So yeah, of course it's going to be like more boring, I guess. But I do think they have a lot of good, like I said, at least character building. I felt like at least the beginning of the season and the end of the season had some very good scenes. It's like most series, right? That the middle of season usually don't get as much love as the beginning and the end. I think that was probably particularly true in this season, that a lot of the episodes in the middle were just going through the motions to get us to the finale. So I think a lot of the episodes towards the end, they were definitely the weaker episodes, but I felt like the finale itself made up for it 10 times. So I think it was a very good finale. Episode 8 did a very good job of kind of turning all of the characters around. I felt like a lot of us probably thought that Alicent would just continue on and do everything she could to put her son on the throne and keep him there. And I think a lot of the viewers probably thought that Rhaenyra would just, well, or maybe didn't think she would, but were disappointed that she didn't just take her dragons and fly over to the throne and just burn everything down. But I feel like Rhaenyra, like her father Jaehaerys, probably trying to find a more peaceful way to do it and try to, not kill civilians and the people themselves. And I feel like a lot of us didn't really know where we had Daemon. I mean, much like Rhaenyra herself, we didn't really know what Daemon was gonna do, and I felt like all the weird kind of scenes in the last episodes leading up to episode 8, that I don't know, the Daemon scenes were just weird. So yeah, I felt like again the episode 8 kind of made up for it. So I think myself and a lot of you guys probably were surprised by Daemon, but I was very happy that but I was very happy that he made the choices he did. I felt it was very, very powerful where in the scene where he kind of pledged himself and bent the knee and everything to Rhaenyra, and really we got the feeling that he's actually having her back, like for the first time for real. I felt that was a great scene, and I think the whole like drama with Rhaenyra's son and some of the council and Rhaenyra trying to find new dragon riders, I felt like that was a pretty powerful dynamic, and I really liked that part as well. That Rhaenyra really, it feels very like a real scenario. Like, how would you actually do this? Like, how if I want to win, what is most pragmatic way of doing it? Again, without trying to like kill everyone. So I felt like that was somehow she just swallowing kind of the family pride and just doing what she had to do to win or get at least the pieces, the winning pieces on the board. So she has the advantage and a really good chance of winning. I really felt like there was a lot of things that it was almost like the last episode was, I don't know, written by someone else, or I haven't really checked who wrote the different episodes, but it felt like kind of saving grace for the season, the episode 8. I felt like even with like Aegon and Aemon as well, I felt like their characters kind of changed a lot. I felt like we saw fear in Aemon for the first time, and he actually like responded logically to that and didn't just let his emotion carry him. I felt like Aegon actually kind of also got some more depth to his character. It felt not only it wasn't shallow anymore. I guess he can't be after a Dragonfire and the whole almost dying thing. So, but it feels like that builds up the character more. I did kind of almost, want him to be killed in some way or die of the injuries or something because I really didn't like the character. Like probably a lot of you guys didn't either. So, but yeah, it will be interesting to kind of see how it goes. I do feel a bit afraid that his wife and sister had that vision right of him actually being the one in the throne, well, a wooden throne, but and I really hope that's not the way it is. I kind of felt the whole Game of Thrones with Bran, and the whole wooden chair thing, that was already enough. We don't need another kind of cripple in a wooden chair on a throne. This in this series as well. I don't really feel that's like the most satisfying outcome, but yeah, we'll have to see where the series goes. And yeah, I guess I do enjoy the series. I do feel it's very cool. The whole dragon fights and everything in this series. There's a lot of. I really understand if this is pulled from like A Dance of Dragons, because it really has been A Dance of Dragons. So yeah, I still enjoy the series. I do have very mixed feelings about it episode to episode, but I felt like they ended on a strong note. And I actually, not that I'm a big fan of cliffhangers, but I do kind of feel like it was good that they just left everything kind of hanging on the edge, and everything just boiling up to this moment that hopefully season 3 will actually play out. So yeah, uh, definitely very excited and looking forward to the next season. Hopefully it will have better pace or just more things happening, I guess. If there's not a war in season 3, I don't know what, but yeah, I think we all will see a war next season, whether we like it or not. So yeah, I guess everyone who wanted to see that in the final episode, I think everyone will be happy next season instead. I feel like this is a pretty controversial subject nowadays. This series, especially after what happened with the Game of Thrones and the last season. So yeah, I hope some of you agree with me, and Whether you do not, please let me know in comments what you thought about the season and the season ending. And I'll catch you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.
Like, comment, share.